Oh.
I wonder if you got the audio
Jesus
of that.
Christ, if we got that, that's where we'll start the podcast. If you heard that cracking, welcome to episode 5?
I think 5, yeah.
5. That was my gimpy thumb.
Yeah.
My gimpy thumb. I mean, and by gimpy, I mean, like, ultimately, like, full on.
Just locks up at any given moment.
So I've got what's known as trigger thumb in my right hand, and I had a big giant needle stabbed right into the tendon the other day, and it is getting better. That clacking and cracking noise that you just heard was it locking out straight, feeling like it's dislocated, and then I have to forcefully jam it back into place, and it kind of does a double pop and then works again.
Have you addressed the fact that it's now a geary thumb?
So it's no longer a natty thumb because I had a steroid injection. So my right thumb had the steroid injection, my left thumb didn't. So my right thumb has been overly aggressive towards the left thumb for the last 4 days.
Yep.
Just offering it out thumb wrestles every morning. I wake up, it's already awake.
Yeah,
it's already ready to go.
Yeah,
left
covered in acne as well.
It's absolutely It's got
balding too.
It's got knuckle acne.
Yeah.
On the thumb. It's lost all its hair on the top. And it's permanently
It's grown hair in places it didn't have hair before.
It's got hair where it didn't have it before on the inside, and now all the hair on the outside's fallen off. And it's permanently got a red top.
Yeah.
Like where its face would be is just permanently red.
Yeah.
And angry looking. Yeah. But it does work better.
Now we've pissed loads of people off.
Yes, welcome to the CREWCast, episode 5 of the season 2. Which really is its own season, and I don't even know why we call it season 2. It's basically
like a spin-off.
Season 1 was Lex did some podcasts sometimes. Season 2, they're doing it properly.
Yeah, we're attempting to do it properly,
yes.
Although you wouldn't have known from our technical failures.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
so my voice. If you're new to the CREWCast, if you're new, mine's Lex Griffin. I'm on YouTube and Instagram as Lex Fitness. The other voice you're hearing is
Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis.
Lex called me Mr. Lewis, but it's just Lewis to everyone
else. Mr. Lewis.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare not call him Mr. Lewis.
You fucking dare
if you don't want to count the fingers you ain't got.
Yeah, but you can call me Lewis.
Yes. You can find Mr. Lewis at his gym in Black Country, a Black Country Barbell.
Yes, and Instagram is black_country_barbell.
Get him to 10,000 people. Come on,
please.
start. Just go on there and just follow it so that you can send him messages of inane stuff.
Yeah,
like your morning poos.
Yeah, that's all I want to see.
You would actually find that quite amusing.
Yeah.
I hope that's.
I might send him one back.
I thought. Yeah, counter it. Brilliant. I hope that started an awful trend. So today, what we talk. Well, let's have a quick thing. It's 8:30 in the evening. We tried starting this podcast at 6:30 in the evening. We've had 2 hours of difficulties. I nearly said dick, but it was dick difficulties because we worked out 45 minutes of it was our fault.
Yeah,
sitting in the wrong places.
Yeah, there's multiple things going on.
There was some weird software shit. Oh, gremlins,
yeah.
Bloody gremlins.
Yeah,
software gremlins.
And genuinely, just turn it off and turn it back on again works quite a lot.
Most of 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the other 5% is us doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's amazing how much that does genuinely work.
But if you do have we're basically using these blue Yeti microphones, and they're all right. Like they're not super crappy, they're not super great.
They're very popular, aren't they? They're like probably one of the most popular. I don't know why. Yeah, I know.
Just you bigging up your own mic.
No, I know. Well, I know so many people that have got them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but
yeah.
I think because I haven't had mine too long, I was expecting them to be better.
Yeah, me too. I think if you have a suggestion for us for mics that we can upgrade to that aren't like £700 each, let us know. Because hey, tech geeks, this is your chance. Come on, bro. Let the tech geek flow.
Spot me, bro.
So spot us with our mic pickups. So today we basically fucked around for 2 hours trying to get things working. We've got it working. Hopefully it works. And you'll be hearing this. And if you are, welcome. Thanks for listening and tuning in. We've been getting some seriously good feedback. I'm getting lovely messages.
Yeah, it's great. It's really nice to hear some feedback, actually. Yeah. I was like, I didn't expect anyone to give a shit.
People joining in, giving us... if you don't know, we tend to drink a whiskey or a rum every episode. We're not limited to the whiskies and rums. We will drink anything of, unusualness.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of snake... What's that stuff in Thailand? Snake blood
I don't
shot.
know what you were going for there.
No, come on. You went penis. You went straight down the penis aisle just because I said snake.
Yep.
It's too ready. You were too ready for it.
I was.
You were too ready. So today, what we do every time is we try something new. Either it's sent to us by somebody who's like making their own stuff, you know, bit of moonshine. It's all good.
Bathtub
Or
booze.
we're recommended it by you guys and we go and get it. So this is neither of those today. Today, this is Lewis going out and basically finding the piratist of piratey bottles.
Yep.
It's incredible. And what is
really
it?
Cool.
Introduce it. You picked it.
Bumbu.
Did you had to emphasize the bum?
Bum. Bumbu.
What you want to do is leave a really awkward gap when you go into a store and just go, do you have any bum?
Fancy a bum?
Boo.
You fancy a bum?
Fancy a bum? Leave an awkward gap. Boo.
So yeah, it's literally like purely because of the bottle. That's the only
if you're
reason
on
about it.
if you're on YouTube, you can appreciate Max. That is just right. So basically, the bottle. If you can imagine the piratist of piratey bottles, big thick top. It has got a pure cork just jammed in the top of it with literally just the cork, as if it's been hammered in by an angry butt end of a gun that has only got one shot left in it.
Yeah, and it's got like a little cross. Like
there's a cross on the
branded
cork.
into the top of the
It
cork.
does look branded. I wonder if it's printed or branded. It's cool either way. And you said before X marks the spot. So the Bumbu symbol is basically, it either looks like two bones crossed, like the skull and crossbones bones, or it actually looks like motorbike headers.
Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah,
bit of
it's in like a gold metallic print that's like embossed into the bottle.
So you've got like the raised letters, and then you've got this gold emblem on the front. It's sick. If you can find it, it's Bamboo, and it is a rum that is. Bamboo, the original. What is it? Authentic. Now, is it Caribbean or is it Caribbean?
In the Caribbean, I think if you're from the Caribbean, you'd pronounce it Caribbean, but if you're not, you just call it the Caribbean.
It's like the Hawaii thing.
Parts of the Caribbean. No one says parts of the Caribbean.
Hey. Yeah,
we had
this idea before the Hawaii thing. There's definitely a way of saying it. Like we say Hawaii, and they say something like "Hey." I don't know. I don't mean, but there is two ways of saying it, and you say it one way if you're local, and you say it not that way if you're not a local. If you say it that way and you're not a local, and you're trying to be a local, you just look like a douchemonger. Apparently, I don't know quite what a douchemonger is. Someone who sells douches. Okay, so an authentic.
That's genuinely someone's job as well. That's the weird thing.
It will a bit. They still sell douches. Do you know what a douche is?
Isn't it a vagina cleaning implement or an ass cleaning implement?
Yes. I think it's like mouthwash for the genitals. Wow, we've gone pretty grim pretty quick today.
Come on, pop the
We're
pop
clearly
the cork.
grumpy after all the technical issues.
Pop the cork. I need a fucking drink.
Yeah. Let's get down. Okay, but let's appreciate this. Right, here we go. So you know what we're
Fuck
drinking,
the
guys.
appreciation.
Okay, we're going to do the pop test.
We'll read it after. We'll read it while it's cool, like it's dropping to temperature.
Okay, good call. Yes.
Pop test.
Right, here we go. So last week we had the High Park 12. Was that what it's called? High Park?
I can't remember.
And that was a 12-year-old whiskey.
Yes,
that was really nice. Yeah. It was really smoky and a bit sweetness on the front of the tongue, smokiness to the back. And that made a cheeky pop. This one, we'll see. Ooh, I'm a bit nervous pulling this.
It's got some strength.
Hang on, here we go. Oh, that was corky.
Yeah.
That was a corky pop. Oh, smells good. So, is this supposed to be sweet or smoky?
I think... I don't even fucking remember. I was just
it's masterfully. I'll tell you what it is. It's masterfully blended by hand from island rums and native spices chosen from across the West Indies. I just know that off by heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't read that off the back of the
back at all. Did you know though it's based on the 16th century native recipes?
Yeah.
I'm quite deep on those. I read up on them.
Yeah, all of the recipes from the 16th century.
Just improve my breakfasts in the morning. It's do you know what I believe about this is that it reveals its history and craftsmanship with every sip.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well,
it's just my own opinions.
Let's find out.
Oh dear. Right, so I'm going to pour this out. Oh, I'd like to point out today as well, we're going full pirate. We have Skull whiskey glasses or rum glasses with... Oh, we don't have the Skull ice cubes, but we do have the bottle ice cubes.
No.
Right, we're going to let that come down to temperature and have a sipperoo on that in a bit. And in the meantime, we'll talk about something... Wow, that's that's beyond a pour. That's just a fill.
Yeah,
that's just a fill.
You need a top up.
Oh, wow, yeah, fair play. Where's yours up to the eyeballs on the skull? Christ, mate.
No, it's
gone to the brow.
It's to the top of the head.
Oh my god! Right, fair play. I think today what we're going to cover is a subject some people have been contacting us about, and that's supplementary use. Use of the supplemente.
Yeah.
In the try to make you feel better.
Yeah.
In the day to day.
Yeah.
And we are the best people to ask about this because neither of us use bugger all.
Yeah.
We've basically haven't used supplements for a very long time.
No. When I was young, a young YOLO bro.
I was up to the eyeballs in it.
Yeah, I was like at GNC.
Everything. Did you do the creatine?
All my wages.
Yeah. Did you do the creatine loading? Oh, hang on. No.
Yeah.
First off, did you have the what's that one with the star logo on it that is just all branding and no substance? It was the big one for creatine, and they came out and made out like it was roids and all the adverts. So every time you got it, your mum thought that was it. You'd done something illegal. No. Maxi Muscle.
Oh, was it Maxi Muscle?
Yeah, Maxi Muscle. Yeah, and because they had Prince Nazim as a sponsor,
yes,
do you remember?
Did.
And his stuff was called Viper. Whatever it was he was taking, it was basically an electrolyte drink. That's all it was. So creatine, do you remember they gave you creatine, and it was like on the back of the package, it was like, in your first week, you need 6 scoops a day.
Yeah.
To load the creatine.
Yeah. So you buy some more
So,
quicker.
yeah. After your first week of loading, you're gonna feel and look like an animal, but you'll need 2 more tubs to maximize your gains. Yeah. Never a 3 for 2 deal either.
No, never. Not at all. So
yeah, Maxi Muscle, man. That was my first entrance into supplement world.
Yeah, I used to try fucking anything and everything. Like a load of like test boosters. Fuck knows why a 16-year-old boy needs test boosters.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because we've watched Rambo too many times.
Yeah, like if you want more testosterone, you're just gonna take steroids. If you want it, like
let's be honest.
Yeah.
The natty test boosters. We'll get onto it, but just for a quick one, don't work.
Yeah, long and short of it is, if anything works well enough, it will be made illegal because it works that well. So, like, if you can buy it over the counter, chances are it's going to have either a non-existent or a very insignificant fucking change to how you perform.
I just accidentally took a sip of the rum.
I was watching you.
I don't even know why I did it.
Like,
it was automated. I just put the glass to my mouth.
Just tell them I'll sip and you tell them what it tastes.
No, don't say. Just put it back down.
What?
yeah. Honestly,
was it too?
So good.
Oh God.
So good. I may remove food from my cupboards to fit more of those bottles in my home.
Really?
Mate. Oh. Well, let it cool down a bit more because I feel like it's still too warm.
Premature.
Oh my God. But how bad is that I automatically just raised the glass to my lips with that? I didn't even think. The only point of notice was when I put it onto my tongue and I was like, oh, you're drinking it.
This tastes really good.
That just shows what kind of week it was the other week.
Yeah.
Whiskey nights, mate. Whiskey nights. But yeah, the supplement side of it. Creatine was my first role into it. I did take that, and that was basically because I played rugby at uni, and all the rugby lads took it. And it was ridiculous because it was so expensive. It was Maxi Muscle.
Yeah.
It was just and all it is creatine mono with a really, really, really acidic orange taste.
Yeah.
Because they just piled flavorings and probably some sugar into it.
Yeah.
And the scoop was the size of a protein scoop.
Fuck.
So yeah, it was packed full of crap you didn't need.
Yeah. Jesus.
So just to cover the base there, whilst I take up all the airtime talking, you just humming in the background.
Yeah.
But I'll just finish with, don't ever load creatine. You don't need to. It was a money scamming scheme to make you go through your first tub quicker.
Yeah. And creatine does work as well. Like, obviously, I was just talking shit about like test boosters and stuff like that. But yeah, like creatine's not a test booster.
The best value money for supplement you can buy. Yeah. It 100% works.
Yeah, and it's the most well researched of all supplements. And universally, it works for the vast majority of people. There are some people that are non-responders.
There's a couple of things we could talk about with creatine actually that people always ask me, and that is to do with hair loss and acne.
Oh, really?
Do you know about this?
No.
Oh, I get this question all the time, mate. Right. So, basically, all you need with creatine is 5 grams a day. That's creatine mono. There is now creatine HCl.
All right.
Seen this?
No, I haven't.
So that you only need to dose 3 grams a day, but they've done further tests recently that suggest only 1.5 grams is enough. Oh. So super value for money. Yeah. Even if you're using the 3, it's still crazy value for money, and it's a tiny pot, which means you can take it with you whenever you go traveling way easier. Creatine HCl, it's called. Research it.
I'm using what is it? It's like gold standard.
So it's IOC.
Yeah. And the cap, because it's 5 grams, so they're capsules. But like,
you taking caps?
Yeah, because so the first time I ever took creatine, it was CMP. Creatine ethylester or something, is that the
no, that one was bloody good.
Yeah. So
why has that stopped? Does that stop?
I don't know.
Dude, I got one of those.
Mono's just everywhere now.
I got one of those from Metrex.
Yeah.
It was a Metrex MET-RX with all that crazy branding.
Yeah.
I swear to God there was something in it.
Really?
Mate, I didn't fit any of my clothes.
Oh, really?
Like in
You do
3 weeks, mate, I went from like looking good to holy shit, my ears are my traps.
Yeah.
It was the best thing I've ever taken to this day.
That happens though. Like probably not as much right now, especially with the big brands, but some of the smaller brands, they would put illegal shit in their supplements because they weren't getting tested immediately. They would get really popular because everyone would get crazy results.
Yeah.
Then they'd pull the illegal drugs out in time for the testing when there's loads of hype around it and they sell fucking loads of units, but it doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Like, one of the best things I ever used to have was Muscle Fuel Anabolic by USN.
Dude, yes, I used to use that.
And I swear to God, for
was
ages,
sick.
that blew me up. And then,
For people who don't know, the Muscle Fuel was a mix. It was your protein, carbs, and creatine all in one.
Yeah, because Maxi Muscle had Cyclone. That was their version of it.
Which was super expensive for
Yes.
bugger all. You used to get £2 for about 40 quid. Whereas the anabolic fuel was a 5 kilo tub, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a huge big paint
bugger.
tub.
It was like 55 quid.
Yeah, and sometimes they would have a 2 for 3. And I remember as a 16-year-old up Merry Hill with 3 of these massive paint tubs, just like walking around waiting at the bus.
Oh, jeez. Those are the days, when you used to have to lug it all the way back like it was a huge thing of like plaster or something.
Yeah, and like,
Plaster
fuck
mix.
me, the internet makes life so much easier.
Oh, God, does it, yeah. Do you remember, did you ever have 90 plus?
Yes, 90 plus was...
Mate, I used to love that stuff.
it tasted like... It wasn't...
Malty.
It had a very like unique taste to it.
And then so it was called 90 plus because it was, you nearly reached for it then as well, didn't you? Right, let's just do it.
Come on, all right.
Right, here we go. So we're going for chin chin, mate.
Clink.
Right, honestly, I'm genuinely a little excited for you to put this on your tongue.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Would it? Go on. Can you taste banana straight off the bat?
Ooh.
Isn't that delicious?
Oh, man.
Is that ridiculous?
That's amazing.
Right, okay, hands down,
That is
people.
awesome.
Bamboo rum. If you don't like banana, not going to be a thing. If you do, it is genuinely the tastiest we've ever drunk,
That is really
including
fucking good.
off podcast style, like in life.
Yeah, that is the best rum I've had, like spiced rum.
It is so palatable. I reckon, though, if you got through half a bottle, you can smell the banana in it. My God. What is that? We measure the banana in the rum. It'll make you go bum bum bum. I should do adverts.
That is so good. That is fucking
That is too
really
easy to
nice.
drink. Like, there's no burn. You don't even need to let that sit on your... So what we do normally is we drink... if we have whiskies and things, we'll teach... Well, we've taught ourselves. You have to let it sit on the tongue on your first sip. Let it roll around your mouth. And then you swallow it. And what that does is desensitize the taste buds from the alcohol kick. Second sip, always you taste much more of the flavors and the sweetness and the smokiness. And that's how you do it. This, you can put this straight in your gob, swallow it, no burn, sweetness, and then that spice kicks afterwards.
Yeah, that is so nice.
Hey,
The spice is very different to other spices. It's like...
yeah, what is that? I just have to take another sip.
Oh, what a shame. I don't even know what that's fucking... Whoa, that's well good. Those aren't sips, mate. You're fucking chugging that.
Sorry,
Where's it gone?
Ooh, makes me feel alive. That is beautiful. Bamboo rum. Oh my God. Right, a little bit banana-y.
Bum.
Very low. Bum.
Fancy a bum.
Fancy a boo.
Boo.
That is...
Fucking
Fancy a bum. Yeah, so... Boo. If you don't like kind of the fruity kicks to rums, that's not going to be one. But if you do, it's almost, about those, it does remind me a little bit of those childhood banana sweets. Remember those soft ones?
It's like a little bit artificially, but not in a bad way at all.
Yeah, but I could see if you got through a full bottle of it and you were sick off it, you wouldn't be able to drink it again.
Yeah,
because it's very prominent.
Yeah, it's very distinctive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of, there's a beer that I have, and it's a banana bread beer.
Ooh.
I'll bring some over next time.
You've been talking about these beers for a while, mate.
Banana bread beer. Really, really nice.
I like banana bread. I
Yeah,
haven't had
me
that in ages.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like a real like malty beer, and then you've got this like sweetness of banana, and it isn't banana, it is banana bread. That is what it tastes like. It's mad how it's like such a small thing, but
really
you can distinguish it. We were talking about,
and obviously that links straight back to USN anabolic fuel.
Yeah,
banana flavour.
Yeah.
Never do the weird flavours in protein. Always go chocolate, or if you like fake strawberry, go strawberry, but chocolate or vanilla.
Some of them now they're getting a lot better. Like we at the gym, we stock Effective, and And it was really like when we first opened, they contacted us about like, can we come down to do a photo shoot and like do stuff? I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. And they did, filmed loads of content. It was really cool. They were lovely guys. They gave us a load of free stuff, and we gave it out to the members and just to get some feedback on it. And everyone was like, "Fuck, this is amazing!"
I'm just rustling. I've got a tag. I'm wearing a sample from the Reckless clothing line that I'm doing.
It's well nice.
It is really nice. It's a white t-shirt with raw hems, raw cut neck, and hand distressed. It's sick. This is just the base start as well. It's going to get more little details on it, but I've left the tag in, the sample tag for what number it is, and now it's itching me. So it'll be cool. I'll just let it hang out the side. Yeah. You know, like you do with a trainer tag.
Yeah, people have a trainer or like on
leave it hanging.
That can be the new thing. You just have tags that aren't even removable.
Oh, that feels so much better.
Oh, you've done it now.
I've done it. We'll never know what that is anymore. I'll have to just keep it for myself. Oh dear. Well, tangented again, stupidly. Right, creatine, 5 grams a day. The ester one's not probably available anymore.
Yeah. Oh, what I was saying. So when I first had creatine, so it was CMP, creatine, ethyl ester, and after about a month, I started to get a really sore throat, and then after about another month, I was literally able to spit blood out at any time, and it literally started to burn a hole in my throat.
I hope some of you are eating right now.
So yeah, just
no warning whatsoever there.
I haven't. Yeah.
You started spitting blood.
It's not even.
Holes
we're not going to talk about the conversation we had.
We are definitely not talking about the conversation we talked about earlier. Ever. So, we're going to never ever again.
Lex is hoping that like Men in Black thing's real, or he can just erase his memory
right now.
So anyway, so that's why I have capsules, because I don't know whether it still would if I have, because the capsules are obviously in a gelatin capsule, so none of the creatine touches my throat. So that's why.
So do you reckon it was the acid flavouring they put in there? Because
I don't know what it was.
Harsh sometimes.
And a year or so later, I tried a different brand, had the same problem. So I'm just cautious, and as of now, I've been taking creatine for maybe 6 weeks or 8 weeks, something like that, and no issues. But these capsules, so it's 4 capsules.
They're like anal suppositories.
They're like suppositories. Genuinely, they are like suppositories.
You look at them and you're like,
well,
here's a challenge.
Either, try. It doesn't say it's a suppository, but I'll give it a shot.
By the end of it, if I feel like crossing over, I'll be good at something.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they've got some girth. They got some length. They're literally the biggest capsules that I've ever seen. Really? Which is a negative. But then if you just have it as powder form and you just chuck it in with some water,
if you get the HCl, it's super easy. You can just chuck it in like a shot of water and get it down every day. But basically what you don't need to do is load creatine ever, but it is what it's going to do. So we'll cover the acne and the hair loss thing too now as well, and testosterone levels. So you don't need to load. It builds up in your system over time. It doesn't work acutely, and by that I mean you don't take it, go to the gym and feel it. Anyone who says that, placebo effect.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to sell you.
Well, placebo effect's a legitimate thing, though, as well, isn't it? Like there is a lot of studies done on placebo, and
unless your placebo is impotency and lack of strength.
Yes.
Then bad form.
Yeah, maybe not. But you've put that into people's heads now.
That's it now, yeah.
There we go.
Until it kicks in. Ultimate impotency. And you'll need to buy another tub.
Yes.
To improve your dysfunction. So what we were talking, tangented again. So yes, you only need to keep it going in every day. What it does is it builds up in your system over time. Creatine is found in our body generally day to day. We get it from our food, but because we don't, we're not eating as much red meat and stuff anymore. Hopefully we're not, because that's be a bit fairer to the planet, people. I have cut back on red meat. I'm not going to tangent off, but I have cut back. But what it does is whenever we expend energy, go and do something vigorous and whatever, and then have to recover, we deplete our creatine levels. So they call it your pool, your creatine pool from in the body. And basically by taking creatine, you're basically taking why can't I say words? You're taking a glass half full. My brain just wanted to say glass or arse. You're trying to blend 3 words. You're
taking that suppository up your arse.
It's just going glass. Anyway, so glass half full, you're just filling that glass back up. Now, the point you don't need to load is because once your glass is full of water, any more water just spilling over, going nowhere. And that's what loading creatine does. It's a waste of time. It would probably take, if you give yourself like 10 days for it to kind of get into your system. And what it does is aids in energy output and recovery. So, in theory, if you're pushing yourself in the gym, you should be able to be more progressive in your lifting, i.e. get a couple more reps, maybe get a little bit more weight as it builds up in time.
Yeah,
And
it tends to be more the endurance factor that it does seem to be more noticeable, not necessarily on top end strength, but
you know more about that than me because you're much more into that.
so
it's not going to help the powerlifters so much.
Well, it still will, because realistically, like, a lot of people have this misconception that powerlifters only do singles and doubles and triples, whereas really the vast majority of their training is going to be in kind of higher rep ranges.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will, because obviously when you're away from a competition and you're doing sets of 8, 10, 12, whatever, if you're able to do a little bit more, then so the endurance still helps. It's just not as.
But it's going to be helping that recovery, isn't it? And again, if you're recovering more, basically you're going back into the gym the next day at a higher effective potential percentage than you would have done if you hadn't recovered as much.
Yeah, creatine will make you hold a lot more water, and some people see that as a negative. It depends on your.
Here's the thing
coach.
as well, right? It makes you hold more water intramuscularly as well. Intramuscular water retention, which is not outside, it's not in the subcutaneous level, so it's not going to make you look watery, which a lot of people think it does.
Yes.
That's, you've got bad diet. Your sodium's wrong, something's going on, you're not hydrating enough. It actually fills you out and should make you look tighter and better over time as well.
Yeah, so your muscles will literally look bigger, because they are bigger, but there is just more water in there.
More water retention, which is a good thing.
Like at the gym, we have a Fit 3D scanner, which basically does a 3D scan of your body and loads of shit, basically.
That's on the pamphlet.
Does
loads of shit.
But my weight has jumped up considerably from about 2 months ago when I wasn't on, and I've been bulking, so I have put on some muscle. But a big part of that is the fact that I wasn't taking creatine at that point, and now I am. Yeah. And there's no scan can determine whether that's actual muscle tissue or intramuscular water weight. But
yeah. Muscle. I call it muscle, baby.
Really?
That was my gaydar.
I
use it as an echo scan.
Well, I was talking to somebody the other day.
My gaydar's terrible, by the way, so it's completely wrong. You're just fat.
I am fat.
No, at all. No, I have noticed, actually, you do look more
thick,
girthy in the appropriate areas.
Right about the 90 kilo mark, which is, for me, fairly heavy.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand how. Like, I look at people because I only weigh like 84, I think it was last time I weighed, and the heaviest I got to, I think, was 80. I think I pushed like 87, 88, and I felt like an absolute rhino.
Yeah,
and I don't know, I just didn't like it.
Yeah,
but maybe it was just because I was in that aesthetics era, So
quite possibly.
Look wasn't the. I've never done the big bulk.
Your idea, I think your idea of like ideal physique is leaner than what my ideal of a perfect physique is.
You're more bothered about how it functions. That's why.
Oh yeah, I want it to function well, but also I genuinely don't I don't like the look of being like excessively lean. I like a little bit more size. Like, definitely having some ab definition looks good, but I do think like
a little bit of cushion,
fuller and smooth, like a bit smoother. I think that personally looks a little bit better. But it's all subjective, isn't it? It's personal preference.
Do you like a little more cushion for the pushing?
Yeah, I do.
Call Mr. Lewis now on 0800.
You have to make it weird.
GirthyLewis.com. I don't know why you're an 0800.com number. There's a new thing. Niche market, business people, off you go. 0800.com numbers. Not a thing. Where do we get to before we tangented? Creatine. Oh, yeah. Okay, so on the other side of it, will it create hair loss and will it create back acne? Backne, as it is known. Okay, here's the thing. What creatine does, it raises the androtestosterone levels.
Right.
Is what I'm aware of. I think that's right. No, take that back. Retract, rewind, and reset. The ones that make you lose hair. I've got the wrong word in my head now. My brain does this all the time. Once it picks up one word, it will not let me get the real word in. It's I've got ADHD in my head, and that's wrong. It's letters of the testosterone. DHT.
DHT. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
DHT derivative.
So, which is a very powerful part of our testosterone build in our body. The DHT is very effective. That's what keeps us. What actually gives us a dry, lean look, But what that also does is interfere with hair follicle cycles, because of it aromatizes. Not aromatize. That's the wrong word, I think. But it changes. It's is it a 5-DHT or something? 5. It changes to 5-androtestosterone. That's what it is. The 5-androtestosterone, which is linked to DHT levels. That's what interferes with the hair follicle levels. Now, creatine does elevate the DHT levels. I hope we got that right. Otherwise, we're just basically saying that no, DEET is the insect repellent, isn't it? That's right. We're having a dumb day. I'm just making sure. Just to be aware.
Every day is a dumb day.
We've had a real dumb day today. A real dumb day. So if I'm saying this wrong, you know what I mean. But I'm pretty sure it's the DHT levels.
Just skip
just go.
Like 30 seconds.
We know what you mean, Lex. Carry on. It's the andro side of our
smile
test.
and nod.
Yeah. The fact I'm about to tell you is still real if the words are wrong. So what it does is it does raise those levels. So people thought, well, it's raising those levels of that testosterone, the DHT testosterone, and that's what effectively causes hair loss. So that's bad, and also can cause acne. Anything that's like an androtestosterone, it has 5 times the binding affinity of the more anabolic testosterone. So you've got anabolic and androgenic.
Yes. Yeah.
So the androgenic testosterones have a much higher binding affinity. So they'll shut things down harder when people take them exogenous as an exogenous hormone. It shuts them down real quick, which is why you're a dumbass if you've ever taken Winstrol on its own to get lean to go to Ibiza one year. Because you're going to rebound real heavy with some nice little titties, man boobies with your estrogen levels, which will peak. You're shutting natural testosterone just goes down.
In a bikini, though.
Kadink, to take a pill to get some abs that you could get with diet. You dumbass. Anyway, little rant. Soapbox, getting back off. But what happens is, what you need to know is, it only raises these levels within a natural range.
Yeah.
So even though they go up, they're not going to an unnatural level of up. So nothing is going to happen within your body that wouldn't happen anyway. If you suffer from bad skin and acne, probably going to want to test your creatine tolerance, see if it gets any worse, because even though it's only increasing those levels within natural range, obviously you're susceptible to what they do.
Impact.
Yeah, genetic dependence. Some people have great skin, some people have bad skin, whatever. So, give it a bit of a test. Maybe try the HCl because it's a lower dosage. It's much more stable. You can reduce that down to like 1.5 grams a day and still get the benefits. So maybe that'd be a better option than creatine mono. Yeah. But in looking forward in your life, taking a creatine is not going to make you any bolder than you're going to go.
Yeah.
It's not going to cause hair loss if the hair loss isn't going to happen anyway.
Yeah, it might just speed that process up a tiny bit.
And we're talking like minuscule amounts. Like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And that's the same. We'll just blow a myth out the water as well. If you were to take full-on testosterone, the same thing happens. Steroids don't make people go bald. They make people go bald faster who are going to go bald anyway.
Yeah.
That's why
you do see bodybuilders with the full head of hair.
Jay Cutler.
All the time, yeah.
Great way, full hair all the way through. That wonderful wedge haircut thing he had for years.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I hope he's still got it. I don't know what he's doing.
No, he's got like straight hair. I remember that year he did the comeback and he won the Olympia back and he had the straight spiky hair from the curtains.
He did, didn't he?
Changed his look and he came back and he tightened that waist up.
Yeah.
Best he ever looked at. It was amazing. I trained with Jay Cutler.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He seems lovely.
He's super reserved.
Yeah.
So that can sometimes be taken as obnoxious because he doesn't tend to have much reaction when you talk to him.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, I think, from meeting at expos when he's tired and stuff.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have, even when he's alert and awake, his natural reaction is quite reserved and just low key.
Yeah.
And because he's not amp all the time, people are like, oh, I don't know, he seems like he's a bit moody. Not moody at all. Lovely guy. And like, here's the thing. Got talking to him about anything but bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I nearly said baldy building.
About baldy building.
Hey, bro, what about those baldy builders? How'd you take the piss out of them, huh?
It's
flopping your hair
it's probably
around.
because that's how you approach the situation. So it's like, I'm not going to talk to this guy. It's like, hey, Jay, you fancy talking about baldy building? And then he was like...
So this guy knows his stuff.
He just patted you on the head. It was like, okay.
The dark web of bodybuilding known as baldy building. Just clans of men going bald getting together.
Really, we talk about training stuff like in the podcast a little bit, but like outside of this, we don't really talk about training. I don't know what your training
unless we
split
broke
is.
something.
Yeah, like I said, like, how's your training going? All right, and you
actually, yeah. Can we say this now, right?
Really.
If you're going out to dinner and you're sitting down to a table full of lovely people, hey, bro, don't start talking about your training, or your diet, because you know what you are. The jackass of the room.
Yeah.
Everybody hates you now.
Yeah.
immediately.
You're either like guilting people out that don't partake in fitness.
You're making people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're now going to have to watch them eat, for one thing. Two, you're boring the shit out of them. They don't care. They're here for a good time.
I remember when I was a kid. Do you remember Louis Marco? I don't know if he's still got a thing on YouTube.
The name rings a bell, but I don't remember.
He used to do-
yeah.
He was like a French-Canadian...
What was his saying? What was his thing?
Was it something to do with his biceps?
No, he had a saying about when he's... Oh, it's something like it's legit, but it was his version of saying
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's
I
a
need
good
to
guy,
find some
man. He was
old
a good guy.
I really like Louis Marco's channel.
Super honest. Really, really good at analysing all the breakdowns of the bodybuilding shows as well.
I haven't watched any of his stuff. I don't even know if he's still on.
Something baby please. Baby big biceps baby please. Or somebody say something like that. I don't know. He was
butchered that one.
Yeah,
That's
did.
fine.
Anyway,
But,
let's not go on a Louis Marco tangent too far.
Anyway, so I remember as a young kid and like trying to like be obsessed with fitness and like I was just all my time on the internet was spent just like researching and following my favourite YouTubers and same as what a lot of people kind of go through. And then I remember Louis Marco saying, who had this very prominent fitness channel, that fitness is only a really small part of his life. And he's like, he doesn't really talk about it outside of these other things. And then I was like, how is he in such good shape? How does he know so much about it? And he's only telling me this is a small portion of his life. I was like,
got balance.
Like, yeah, and it's about balance. And then like now, like, you know, I've been training for maybe 12 years or so.
Yeah.
I'm at that point, like you it's good, you immerse yourself in it, you learn all the things, and then you move on to other things, you expand and get more facets to your personality. And like, I think when you're younger, it probably is harder to do that, because when you train, that can be your life and that's all you know and want to talk about. But a lot of other people don't give a fuck about
Most
about
people
training.
don't give a fuck about what you're doing in the gym.
We're a small little niche.
Yeah.
And like...
but I do think you do need that balls out, like, commitment at the beginning of when you get going, so that you really build a good foundation.
Yeah.
And that's and it's commendable. Like, that you love it so much you want to talk about it wherever you go.
Yeah.
Just understand you're with other people to socialize and have a good time and be a human.
Yeah.
Not talk about, you know, why you should only eat chicken with a certain way and with whatever spices. People, honestly, it's like you're talking down to people when you do it. That's how you're coming across.
Yeah, it does come across that way to some people. And like, I think it's if that's something that you do get obsessed with and you find it challenging to kind of like almost have these interactions with people outside of the fitness industry, or that follow the fitness industry, treat it as good practice, because as you get older, the vast majority of people you will interact with aren't going to give two shits about it. Like, so many of your friends that, or like people that you know, don't have anything to do with
them, mate.
Don't have anything to do with the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Same with me.
No.
I have, like, now owning a gym, because I have so many friends that I see on a daily basis that are in the gym.
Yeah, you're different.
Then
in that
it
way.
is different.
Yeah.
But I still hang around with plenty of other people that don't train and don't care about training, and I don't want to like impose my.
I'll get the odd
my
friend
views on
that'll
it.
be like, "Dude, I feel unhealthy. What can I do to simply get myself back in, like, you know, just decent shape? Like, is this a good idea?" And I'll say, "Yeah, it's cool," and "No, don't do that."
Yeah. It's nice to be in, like, to have some knowledge to share, isn't it?
I never talk fitness with any of my friends, like, at all. I talk about what they're doing in their life, what I'm doing in my life, like fun stuff, stuff that's relatable to both of us. Yeah, like, because essentially fitness is a boring set of numbers and routines. That's what it is. Yeah, you know,
it's only fun when you're in it.
It's fun in the gym when you're doing it. Talk about it there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Here's an idea. Hey, when you're in the gym, why don't you talk about your lifting when you're in the gym, rather than talking about everything else and not training properly? Hey, bro, how about that?
You're back on that soapbox.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm doubling up the soapbox.
Yeah.
I'm going to double up. How about, hey, you don't sit on the machine or the bench I'm waiting for,
playing Raid,
scrolling through Instagram. Yeah, trying to get girls you're not going to get, because all you're going to talk to them about is training. Yeah, when you're not in the gym.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Pull a new girl and ask her how much she benches.
No girl is impressed with your bench numbers either, guys.
Yeah.
Like, back away.
Or any of your numbers.
Do you know what, actually? The first thing when I started, like, getting into weights and changed considerably, a lot of the females I knew, I don't know why I say it like that, the female of the species that I knew at the time actually were rather not too taking of the old bodybuilding physique. Thought it was a little intimidating.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. Like, the large bodybuilders, that If people want that as a goal for themselves, and that's fine. If they want that thinking that's going to get them girls, it's not at all. Like that aesthetic, natty, typical kind of almost not necessarily skinny, but slim, athletic
looking,
lean. That's probably what most women.
Which is why
find.
that's why that's blown up, and why we have a physique category now in the Olympia, which is no longer physique.
It's
anymore.
not.
It's just bodybuilding again.
Yeah, physique is what bodybuilding used to be like.
The
40
Olympia
years ago.
were kind of like, oh, we'll integrate normal people. Yeah, that's cool with real good condition. And then 2 years later, we're like, but we still love bodybuilding, really.
Yeah, it was all good intentions, and
slowly became 220 bodybuilders.
Yeah, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger
and
bigger.
Some of the now physique guys are too big to compete in a 220 category. That is insane and stupid. Let's not go on that because not a lot of people watch bodybuilding and we don't want to be that guy at the table.
No, we are.
So, we're tangented, back off. So, creatine, great. Get it, use it. Yeah. Creatine mono, cheap, cheerful, try it.
Yeah.
Best option, creatine HCl. It's the new one. It's more stable. Probably going to give you less side effects. Definitely no bloating from it. So, if you have problems with bloating from creatine, that could be one.
I might give that a try. To be fair, when I run out of the tub that I've got, I might give that a shout.
And then the acne side of it, again, it's going to be the same as the hair side. If you're prone to skin acne and things like that, trial it. If it seems to be getting worse, pros and cons. How much worse is it getting versus how much is it helping you training? Is your diet in check? That's your main one.
In terms of what you're
recovery.
In terms of what you're actually going to get from training as well. So you might have that kind of short term increase in performance when you stop taking the creatine. That will decrease a little bit. You will lose that because part of that intramuscular water. That's why you're performing a little bit better. Your muscles are more hydrated.
Especially with powerlifting, you put more weight on with the water. You're able to push more weight against weight.
Yeah. So, like, you might get, it's going to be a real small difference. It's a few percent, but that few percent adds up over the months and years and whatever else. So, if you're willing to invest in it, I've trained for probably the last 10 years without using creatine, and I've not thought anything of it, but at the moment I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to pull out all the stops.
I forget every so often to take creatine, and when I forget for like a 3-day, 4-day stretch, I like leave it for a couple of weeks and then restart it again properly and make a focus. And when I do stop taking it and then go back onto it, I definitely notice a tightening up. Yeah. Especially around my midsection. Yeah. Definitely helps keep that water in the muscle, which then obviously pushes the muscle more against the skin, which makes you look tighter and fuller all the time. So there is that benefit to it. I honestly, if you've had trouble in the past with bloating or stomach issues, or you're worried about the hair and stuff, try the lower dose HCl. I think it's your way to go. But yeah, creatine, honestly, guys, it's not a drug. It's nothing crazy. It's not going to do anything mad. Don't believe the hype. Just understand it is the best bang for your buck supplement you can get. So that's creatine covered. The next one is testosterone boosters. Okay, let's start with the natural ones, and let's start with just saying load of crap. Not going to work. They are not like steroids. They are Trib. Okay, is only going to work if you quadruple dose what they give you in the bottles, and that makes it so expensive for what it is. It's like the tests that have been done have only been done really on mice that show a benefit in boosting. So the dosage levels are so low there in comparison to the human body. With our physiology, the dosage they're supplying from Tribulus test. What is it? Tribulus test. We're having a dumb day, man. Again,
whatever
every day. Yeah, Tribulus tested testicles. Trib testicles. Right. If you buy the Trib testicles, don't waste your money. A good diet and training regime, regular consistency is going to do way more than that.
Sleep. That's one of the biggest
sleep
things.
And recovery.
Sleep is one of the biggest things that's going to contribute to your testosterone levels.
Huge.
And most people that are worried
recovery and injury rehab, everything.
All these people that are worrying about spending, 30, 40, 50, 60 quid on shit supplements are going to make a tiny difference. You could literally make like 10, 20, 30% differences, increases in testosterone levels just by having good sleep hygiene and getting good sleep, like quality
better routines,
sleep.
basically.
The sleep hygiene is the term for basically like the routines and whatever else that goes into it.
I'm so adamant about the fact that supplements are exactly what they are titled. Supplement, which means you have everything else in place. That means diet, rest, recovery, and training all
People
in place.
People lose context of what the word supplement means, don't they?
That's exactly what as a supplement. I have it so much in place that if I represent a supplement company, I have it in my contract that I'm allowed to say negative things about the product if it's misused.
Yeah, of course.
Like, because a lot of supplements companies won't say that. They'll be like, no, everything good. But I'll be like, no, because if you overuse this, you're going to get a bad gut. You're going to feel shit. You're going to feel bloated. It's going to mess you up. So I have it in my contract that I'm able to
Be honest.
show and be honest about realistic expectation is what I have in the contract. Allowed to discuss realistic expectation. If you have that with supplements, they're brilliant. And they honestly do help you tip over the edge. They're that cherry on the top. They really are.
But
they're not the solution.
Yeah, they're literally like the tip of the iceberg in terms of like the priorities. You don't need to worry about it until you've got everything else in place. And
So
if you have an abundance of money that you just want to burn for the sake of it,
If you want to burn money,
fucking go for it. But
personally, it'd be more fun burning the money.
Yeah.
You'd probably have more fun.
yeah,
You'd be able to
firing
video
a
it
load
and
of
just get a
capsules down your
viral
throat.
TikTok or some shit. But the Trib, listen, it's going to make you feel a little bit better. Mood elevation. So if you suffer from maybe, lack of happy mood or feeling, a little bit good about yourself, Trib can help with that. It can help elevate your mood, but so can 5-HTP, which is way cheaper and actually really effective.
Yeah.
So again, there's so many there's different options for that. So that doesn't make it worthwhile buying.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to cross the grey line, there are things like SARMs and Pro Hormones now are pretty much banned off, I think. I think they're pretty much banned off.
I don't know.
So,
well, the thing with this, like what's legal, what's illegal, is going to vary from country to country. Whether it's actually what's legal and illegal, or whether we're just talking what's legal and illegal in sports.
And because we're in the UK as well. We're in the UK here, so we're way harsher. We're way more. They tried to ban creatine in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, man. They banned black hawthornberry Black hawthornberry, that's a lie. What was that, like a ninja hawthornberry? They banned hawthornberry extract because there was they basically passed something that said it has to be a natural derivative for it to be sold without a license. It was a way to tax supplement shops and charge them £50,000 a year for a license, which is disgusting. And hawthornberry actively lowers your blood pressure, can actively lower blood pressure and reduces risk of prostate cancer and stuff like that. It's an amazing little supplement for just anybody, not bodybuilders and everything. Yeah. But because it was so lumped in with fitness, that got encapsulated in this £50,000 license to sell it. So now I'm charging you 50 grand to sell these things. You're going to have to sell them at a higher price. Yeah. So what they did was basically tax people trying to help themselves and be healthy. Yeah. And taxing McDonald's. Yeah. Assholes. You're a bunch of assholes, guys. If anybody knows anybody that works for these people, just go punch them in the dick. Every time you see them, punch them in the dick.
Or kick them in the dick.
No, punch them in the dick. It's just, I feel like that fist to nut contact just sends a better message.
You feel the shaft along you the back of your
No, why you got to go shaft? Nobody said anything about a shaft.
Well, you're talking about punching them in the dick. You said you specifically said hip in the
All right,
dick.
right on the tip. Just bang.
You're going to have to evaluate what they've got. You're going to be like, I reckon it's hanging about there. I'm just aiming for the tip.
Just for the tip. Yeah. That used to happen all the time in MMA when you were practicing like light Thai boxing and someone would throw a knee and it'd catch you, but ooh, and be like, what? You got the tip. Yeah. I've got a really bad story about that. I'm going to tell it. Yeah, let's tell it. We've got to do an embarrassing story every episode.
Okay, yeah.
So here we go. Tangent bad story. This is, okay, if you're eating, I'm going to try and make it as...
Oh, God. Is it going to be a nut that gets popped or
something? No. So practicing, we were doing Thai clinch work. Mm-hmm. So we're throwing, you're moving, you're throwing your body around, and you let things flow. It's like a flow state kind of training. So you're not throwing super hard, but you're also not pulling it completely. So you're letting it, if it lands, you're letting them know it's landed. Yeah. And so you throw, you've got Thai clinches where you have your hands around the back of the head and you're pulling the head down so you've got control of the body and you're ripping it from left to right and you're throwing a knee every time you do that. One of the guys, when he whipped me quite hard to one side. So obviously when you get whipped a certain way, it takes a little bit of time for parts of your body to catch up with the whip. They stay where they were. They hang to one side a little bit. At which point he threw a knee and got a little bit lazy with it, threw it a little bit low. So he kneed me right where my fella was, still hanging around waiting for the whip to catch him up. And drove straight through to my pelvic bone, trapping him right in the middle. Yeah, it stung a little bit to where we stopped. I was like, did this noise? You know something's bad when you go, Worst part of it was, it didn't hurt straight away, so you know it's bad. Oh. You know it's bad. So it stopped, took a few deep breaths, and he went, did I get you? I went, just a tip. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to look. Like, it's going to start, when it's going to start, and then it started to ache. And then the ache came, and I had to have a look. And he had successfully pinned and impacted it right on the pelvic bone, right on the hip bone.
Yeah.
There was blood.
Oh.
Right on the tip. Right
Bleeding
on the tip.
penis. Wow.
Surprisingly, only about a 5-minute recovery time.
Yeah.
I was back in. Yeah. Which makes me think,
Stick some more. They take a battering.
they take
to
a
be
beating.
fair.
Yeah, over the years of getting footballs kicked at you,
Yeah.
endlessly. Just do you remember when you're playing
It's fairly
Sunday
durable.
League football and you're all lined up trying to block a free kick,
Yeah.
and it's basically who's going to get hit in the nuts. Because at that age, you've got no ability to kick it any higher than like waist or face height.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just 5 lads all praying it doesn't come towards
Yeah.
them, covering their nuts,
Please
and,
don't,
just,
London.
and they do a squinty eye face as the ball flies
Yeah,
towards them.
it shows where we value. So we leave our faces exposed
Yeah,
and cover our
the
nuts.
balls. Yeah, if we had any sense, we'd have a guard up
Yeah.
on our face. God, I never thought of that. Yeah, because it always hit you in the face. It rarely hit you in the balls.
Yeah, and you get hit in the face and you fall to the ground, still holding your balls. Oh,
So true.
like that, like cupping them's gonna
Oh
save
my
you
God.
anymore.
Sunday League football is one of the most torturous times as a child. I don't know if Americans have Sunday League football, but basically what it is, it's when you kick out 11 young boys in very short nylon shorts and polyester shirts into the winter onto a frozen pitch, which is akin to diving on sandpaper. You then watch them cry for about 90 minutes about how cold it is, give no shit about the score, and then go back inside to get a hot cup of tea and a sandwich afterwards.
Yeah, and the whole thing was dull, but maybe someone got kicked in the dick.
We once played in snow that was so deep you couldn't kick the ball more than 4 feet. Didn't even roll.
Yeah.
You had to chip it the entire length of the pitch, and they carried on, like because the referee couldn't be asked doing an extra week later on in the season. And the referees, I'd like to point out as well, poor fellas, right? Bearing in mind we're all 10, 11 years old running around the pitch. The parents couldn't be more invested. So invested, in fact, that one week the referee made what would be called a very bad decision about sending some person off, and proceeded to get jumped after the game by the parents. It was clearly an important game, and he got a whooping. Yeah. After that, he refused to do anything less than like 8-year-olds. Anything over, 8-year-olds. Yeah, because he was a shit ref though.
Yeah. Probably deserved it.
He probably deserved it.
See,
yeah.
I didn't play that much football. I played football that I got forced to play because my coordination ends at my knees, and like everywhere else is good.
You'd be great at Riverdance.
Yeah, maybe.
You just learn
I was good at basketball, although I was vertically challenged.
That's true. Let me just interrupt you with a pop of the cork after it's had a few pops. Oh,
that was way
that was
better.
a good noise.
Don't do me anymore. I'm gonna drive.
Oh yeah. We've decided we're getting a Chinese takeaway because I haven't been to the butcher's yet because COVID.
Yeah.
And I've refused to start buying chicken from the supermarket anymore. I'm refusing outright.
All water?
Mate, I can't even brown it off. You put in England,
boiled
right?
it basically.
They're so full of water that when you put it in a wok, it will broil it, which means you're basically cooking it in water that's coming out the chicken. It's disgusting. So I am now going to support my local butcher and go there and buy all my meat from them. And hopefully, as well, another great thing, get better meat. That will boost your testosterone levels too.
Yeah.
Be cleaner. True. Get all that shit out.
I know you mentioned 5-HTP earlier, and that's an awesome supplement that I use at the moment.
You do have to be very careful with that though. If you run it for long periods of time, stuff like that, it's not one to be taken lightly. Seriously, do your research on it before you get it, but it does really help elevate your mood.
It's
especially in these times, it could be a real go-to supplement for some of you guys.
Yeah, it's your GABA receptors, is it? And that's what if you.
I've not looked into it.
I think it's.
Because you can get GABA as a supplement itself, to help you sleep.
Yeah, so it's the actual receptors that take that like basically by taking 5-HTP, by multiple pathways, increases serotonin, sleep better.
Well, the main thing is the GABA crosses over the blood-brain barrier,
yes,
which is why it's so effective.
Yeah. So,
but why you also have to be careful.
The GABA receptors downregulate over time, which means that basically it starts to become ineffective.
So you're supposed to cycle it?
It's not even necessarily cycle it. It's just don't take it every day.
Oh,
so
okay.
A day on, day off, or things like that. So other things like that.
Maybe 5 days on, 2 days off.
Yeah, something like that. I think having a break in between. But that's something that I found really helpful, and it really does improve quality of sleep. Like good quality sleep is something that I've struggled with since I was like early teens.
Well, I got insomnia at uni a few times. I've had it maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Where I won't sleep for like 3 days.
So
Horrible,
ashwagandha,
horrible.
that's something else I'm having at the moment.
Very, very, very versatile. Good cheap supplement to get in as well.
Yeah, and it like looks after loads of things, but that's also something that does help with sleep quality. ZMA, that's something.
ZMA will give you crazy dreams.
Yes, I don't know what it is in ZMA. I don't know if it's the zinc or the magnesium or whatever the A is. What is the A? I don't even think there is anything with A. Zinc, magnesium.
Another letter. It's jammed an A in it.
It's zinc and magnesium, and they just decided to put the A at the end.
No, it's something. It's something that stands for another vitamin that's in there. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is though, because I haven't taken it for years. My brain works in the facet of I know stuff, but only if I go and reread it. And then once I reread it, it clicks back in.
Yes.
But I don't retain it. You know, when you meet those people that just retain information. My mate Mark's like that. Like if I have to ring a friend, I ring Mark and he knows what it's about, and he's just one of those.
So
guys.
when you finally get on Who Wants to Be a
When I
Millionaire,
get on that, one of those game shows, he's your guy.
yeah,
Like,
and
ring
you'll
that
just
guy.
be there on
Like,
Google.
dude, what in 1968? Who was murdered at this place? He'd be like, Dave Robinson.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's the things you can take on a daily basis. Is things like the ZMA is a great one for before you go to bed for help with sleep. If you do struggle with sleep, you can actually buy GABA itself as a sleep aid, and it is really effective. That's one worth giving a go. Just again, with everything you take, give it a time to get into your system and work. Let your body get used to using it, and create a good routine around it. That is your main focus. Any supplement, create a good routine around it.
With the sleep element, the 5-HTP, the ZMA, and the ashwagandha.
Yep.
They will acutely affect your sleep. So like you will have that, and then that night you will sleep better. Be aware of. So start with this rule. Should literally apply this to everything you ever do. Minimal effective dose. So you want to take as little as possible to get the best results.
Very good.
So and then if you feel like you need more, then scale it up. I think like the titrate it up. That's what they say, isn't it? Like titrate it up. Yeah. So increase the dose over time. But yeah, try literally the smallest possible amount.
Yeah. You want to be as least dependent on supplements as possible.
Yeah.
Really.
And if it works, then that's great because everything that you take, almost everything that you take, has positives and negatives. Everything can have alternate side effects. So the 5-HTP, ashwagandha, these things that help you have really good deep sleep. Also, I find, and lots of other people find anecdotally, I don't know whether there's like evidence behind it, but you'll wake up feeling groggy.
I feel groggy after GABA.
So
sometimes if I use GABA and plus it's a late night rather than getting to sleep at a good time, I'll feel groggy. If I go to sleep at a good time, take the GABA, then I'm fine.
See,
and hydration as well is a massive factor with the grogginess.
I think
Just
that
get hydrated.
I think that there's going to be like the half-life of it in your system. So
That's
then
true,
if you sleep for the the extended length of time, and the whatever supplement you're having has run through its half-life and then is kind of working its way out of your system, you kind of get the full restful sleep. You wake up and it's on its way out of your system, if not out of your system, and then you can feel a little bit more awake. But otherwise, if that's a factor, it's something you need to be aware of. So the less the better. I've taken up to like I think 300 milligrams of 5-HTP, but now I'm using it with ashwagandha and ZMA. I'm literally taking 50. I don't know whether
it's a big drop.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's a synergistic effect because I was taking 200. I dropped it down to 200, and I was waking up fucked. Like I
You were doing heroin as well, though.
Oh yeah, it was definitely all the heroin that was.
Taking that out is definitely
heroin has a synergistic effect with everything. When you eject 5-HTP directly into your veins,
it's the amount of mornings I can't tell you. I've walked in with Lou, just needle hanging out the arm.
Yeah, I'm
just
out cold though.
Just sleep like a little angel.
Yeah. So, occasionally I'll have a seizure.
Just go in, take that rubber band off his arm.
All the time,
anyway. He's at it again.
Good old heroin.
I told you to hide the spoons from him.
I'll do it with a fork. I'll do it with whatever. Anything.
I think we've covered that one. Then
minimal effective dose.
Minimal effective. Very, very good advice. Tangenting back from our other tangent, back to the SARMs and the pro-hormones. Boys and girls, behave yourselves with these things. They are serious. You might be able to buy them in a pretty bottle from a website and it only costs you 45 quid or 30 quid or something like that.
They will be illegal soon.
It's not even the fact that a lot of them are banned already and they just create clones of the same things. These will literally affect your testosterone levels to unnatural levels. They are serious and you need to take them seriously.
Yep.
I'm not saying that I'm against them. I'm against the way they're advertised because they're advertised as being
As a supplement almost.
a supplement, and they are not. They are a hormonal agent. They will literally shut you down. They'll shut down your own natural production and replace it with the products you're putting in your body. And because it's a pill, people seem to think that's like not as dangerous.
Yeah.
It's
worse.
It's super toxic.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, if you are here's the times I'd suggest. No, I'm not even going to suggest taking it. I'm going to say don't do it. I'm going to say don't do it. But when I would see their relevance is if you're not in a sport that requires anything to be testing, because you will fail drugs tests with them.
Yeah.
I would say if you've had a chronic injury for a long time, you're really struggling with the rehab, you're doing everything's in place already, you're doing the rehab and the time it's taking too long, then I would look at possibly looking into some SARMs and things like that to help aid on your healing.
Yeah.
But I would low dose them. And even then above that, I would go to peptides first. I'm not going to go into peptides on this talk, but if you research Ben Greenfield and just look at the research he's done on peptides are completely legal. You can buy them. They seem aggressive because they're an injectable thing, but their potential for future health benefits is insane right now. Like
you can get injectable vitamin C, but people,
that's true. Yeah,
like people have
it's just
that.
Not common in England.
People have that association, don't they?
Yeah.
If it's injectable, oh, it's terrible. So where they'll happily take some D-bol.
Because it's a pill.
But it's so toxic and it fucks people up.
Is that the stuff that balloons people out?
Yeah, like you get loads of water retention and shit like that. But like,
yeah, that's nasty stuff. I've seen guys take that, like, and they balloon up 20 pounds in weeks. It's like disgusting.
Yeah, but people think like some of these oral steroids, because it's a tablet, it's fine. Whereas realistically, the injectables, because it goes through, it has to filter through your liver and your kidneys if you're taking a pill.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just injectable, it's
it's
just
actually safer.
Kidneys, is it? Is that right? Or is it just one or the other? It's kidneys, isn't it?
It's straight in, and
Your kidneys still...
No, it's still going through everything. It's still being detoxified. It's still going through. But the thing is with the pills, you're taking them multiple times a day, so it's constant. Whereas a lot of injectable things are less regular.
Yeah, they're
in that sense they're better. But guys, honestly, I know they can seem like an answer because you're struggling or things are getting slow. But the first thing you should look at is your diet, your rest, your routines, and your training. Is it progressive? Listen, are you following guys who are geared up to the eyeballs and following their protocols whilst being natural? Because it isn't going to work.
Yeah, they're trying like that old school, like kind of bro split training protocol.
Doesn't work in the natural system.
No, like they don't have to worry about muscle protein synthesis because of the steroids that they're taking. It means that it's upregulated, so it lasts for they train a muscle and they're getting muscle protein synthesis for 6-7 days.
Yeah.
Whereas naturally you might have
48 hours.
Yeah, 48 hours.
72 max. It's it's out by 72 hours.
Yeah. So if you're not training your a muscle group twice a week, you are selling yourself short.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're on gear,
they can do that.
Yeah,
they can and the thing with being on gear as well is they can beast it.
Yeah.
Like absolutely obliterate that muscle, but it will recover so much faster. Yes. So they're going back into the gym recovered again, whereas the natty system is getting beat down by that style of training, and it's going back in at 70% and then 50%, and then it down regulates as it goes.
It's more popular in bodybuilding now, natural bodybuilding, but deloads. So this is used a lot more in powerlifting or strength sports, but
active rest weeks.
Yeah, like having a deload, it doesn't have to be mega frequently, but sometimes, the most frequently I've deloaded was every fourth week, which is probably the most frequent I think most people would need, depending on how aggressive your training is. But I think if it's much more aggressive than that, you're probably doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And then up to every 12 weeks, just having a deload.
I used to do every third or fourth week, I would do a mind to muscle connection week.
Yeah.
So I would have a heavy week, I'd have a high week, and then I'd have a mind to muscle week. And what that was holding contractions with lighter weights, and it was almost like a deload week.
Yes, it's the same.
It was really good. I reduced loads of joint pain from it. I had loads of injury recovery from it. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I started implementing that again recently because I completely, when you You do something for so long, you think, oh, I'm going to change, and then you forget what you used to do.
Yeah.
I did that for no apparent reason. I just forgot about this whole mind to muscle week I used to put in.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-week rotation, and it's really good. And what it does is it allows you to pull back without going in the gym and feeling like you're doing nothing, because those active rest weeks can feel like you're going in and just pissing about.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are probably feeling like, oh, people are looking at me thinking I'm doing fuck all, they're not doing it, because there is that side of it of
feeling
self-consciousness.
self-conscious that you're lifting 60% of your normal weight or whatever you're doing.
But don't worry about other people in the gym. The main thing I'd like to say, if you're starting the gym or think about starting the gym when you come out of lockdown, or if you're out of lockdown, everybody else in that gym is too busy worrying about themselves. They're not looking at you.
Yeah.
They don't care. And even if they are looking at you, trust me, then they aren't training properly.
Yeah.
Because I ain't looking at anybody else when I'm training. I'm focused. I've got my head down, music on.
Yeah, you're just getting it done.
So do not worry. Get yourselves out there. Can I also just say, it popped into my head before, girls, this is one aimed at the ladies. And if you know somebody who's like this, if you're dating a guy who is pushing things on you to get in shape, like T3 tablets, Winstrol, Anavar, all these crazy fucking things.
Time to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, dick punch.
Yeah.
Like we told you before, aim for the tip.
Yeah.
That dude has not got your best interest at heart.
Knee to the tip.
Yeah. They are very damaging to you as a female. You do not want them. You do not need them. They are not the way to go. I know with girls it's harder to get that leaner look because you are higher in estrogen than we are, lower in testosterone. Lift heavy. Get in that weight section and kick its ass. You are not going to get big. You're going to get toned and firm because you don't have the testosterone in you to get big. It doesn't support it.
Having more muscle mass as well, by it's not going to be dramatic, but by lifting more, having a bit more muscle mass,
denser
will make
muscle fibers.
Yeah, it will make you appear leaner as well. So it's not so much. And you see it all the time where people just run on treadmills for extended periods of time.
It's terrible. Terrible.
It's bullshit.
I don't know if we discussed this before, but running for long periods of time, I think we did talk about it in the last podcast, can actually lead to negative effects.
Yeah.
You worried me then. Don't look at the camera like that.
Sorry.
We restarted it a while ago. So anyway, running. Sorry, Lou just looked at the camera like, is it still recording? Because we've already had a mess up today. We've had a dumb day today. Dumb technical day today.
Yes, last week was so good. I felt last week we
got too cocky. You came here early. We were like, we'll get this done.
We'll even be able to chill. Yeah.
You jinxed it, mate.
I know.
You jinxed it.
It's because every fucking time we do this, we end up going to bed at 2:00 in the morning because we're dicking around.
Sit up talking afterwards.
Yeah.
We're about to actually, after this, go and watch a thing that you told me about to do with Red Dead clans.
Oh, yes.
That's how nerdy we get.
Yeah, we're going to go watch it.
Girls, when guys are on their own, this is what they do.
Yeah.
We don't do weird stuff. We literally watch daft things.
Yeah.
It'd be that or Demolition Man.
Yeah, we watched Demolition Man. But yeah, we're going to watch a YouTube little 20-minute documentary about a clan of gamers on Red Dead Redemption 2.
That ended up with like a biker gang, but within the game.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty... I bet they're the nerdiest dudes as well.
Apparently there was ex-military guys in there, but I don't know whether they were actually ex-military.
Just created an online militia.
Or they were just saying they were ex-military because they were just like...
Yeah.
Having my mum's
basically,
basement.
I've got a basement that's in camo, so I'm basically in the army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
shoot stuff every day. Even if you don't need shooting, I shoot it. Sometimes, when I'm sleeping, I dream about shooting.
This is your best accent, Lex. This is the best one that you do. Fair play. That's good, that is.
Dear. I wish I lived in the country where I could dream about shooting stuff.
Like, what time are we at now? Are we getting...
We have... Oh, we're good.
We're good?
We've got 12... Well, if we do our usual... If we do question time. Yeah, so...
All I was thinking is,
we've got 23... If we do a normal 90 minutes...
Yeah.
Guys, do you like... Actually, give us some feedback on this. Do you like the 90-minute length of these? These
longer, shorter?
Well, it's a YouTube video as well as it is a podcast. Like it longer, like it shorter.
That's what she said.
Sorry. Why do we always end up with a Tinder dating profile caption? We have, as per usual, put out the things on the Insta stories. I'll ask us a question. What do you want to know? I definitely know the supplement thing was the thing people were asking, so I hope we covered that a little bit.
Yeah, we've got
so my main ones, if we didn't go into, and I can really blast them real fast, proteins. Listen, just buy the whey protein. It's versatile. If you want carbs and fats like that, you can chuck it into a whey protein. If it's already in there, you can't take it out.
Yeah.
Which means it's not worth the money.
Don't buy mass gainers. Fuck me. You're wasting your money.
Just
on a
chuck
load
some
of
oats and
sugar
peanut butter in your shake with it. Super simple. If you find you bloat from whey protein, try vegan protein. Try plant-based protein. They're going to taste a little bit earthy. Some taste crap, some taste good. I've currently got some of the SF Nutrition, which is a UK brand. It's a mates of mine run that. They're just some cool guys trying to make a decent product. They really give a fuck. And it actually tastes decent enough for me to be using protein shakes again, which is says a lot because my palate has gone really weird with protein shakes. Yeah. I can taste the sweetness in them. I can smell the sweetness in them. It's really odd. Really odd. So much so, I sent one back to a company once telling them it was off and got them to batch test it. Yeah. But it was my taste buds had changed.
Oh, really?
Really weird. If you bring me a protein powder with a peanut taste to it, I can smell the artificial flavouring in it, even if you only put half a scoop in a 750ml shake that's full of fruit and milk. It's bizarre.
Yeah, that is mad.
I've gone weird with it.
X-Men skill.
Yeah, fuck me. If that's my mutation skill, I can what can
smell
you do?
A sweetener at 1,000 yards.
I can generate fire from my fists. What can you do? I've got knives that pop out of my hands that I can eviscerate people with. What can you do?
Well, I can smell a damaging artificial sweetener in any drink that you put it in from about, 3 or 4 centimetres away. Yeah, watch out. I'm coming for you.
I think the X-Men have got a valuable new member.
Well, imagine what the suit would be. It'd have to be dreadful.
It's going to have a big nose.
Just a big nose, yeah. A big latex nose. Oh, my crap. I forgot what we're talking about.
Right,
so we're talking about that.
Right?
So we've done the protein things. Protein powders, they do nothing more than food. They are basically a powdered food. You might think of them as a powdered food. They do no more than that. So they are not going to suddenly make you testosterone-fueled, raging, anabolic bull. I think that's pretty much all the stuff covered. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm really fucking bursting for a piss.
You go for a wee. I'm going to find the questions. Who's off for a wee? Look at that. That's the first time I left on my own. Oh, I feel important. Right. Let's have a look at the questions that you guys have sent through on Instagram. Honestly, guys, we really appreciate you getting involved with these. It makes it fun for us. And we hope that when you do tune into these things, you feel a little bit like, just chatting with your mates in a room. That's what we want it to feel like. So if there are any things that we can improve, we are now available on all platforms as well. So we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon, we're on Google, iTunes. We're on the lot. We're there. So just search us on CREWCast and you shall find us. Right. So the question I put out today was just basically, what is it you want to know specifically? Anything you want to know? And here we go. Let's have a look. Obviously, assuming that my internet connection or Instagram does as it's told, which it doesn't do much. Here we go. This is too general, guys. Look, someone's just put bourbon or whiskey. Discuss. I don't know. We've just started on the whiskies. We're basically absolute novices. We're just trying to stop it burning our throats and seeing if we enjoy it and what flavors we taste. I would say that we need to try a bourbon. So there you go, Mr. Andrew Tennant. We will try a bourbon on one of our weeks and we'll let you know how it compares to whiskies. Marion Würger. I think that's a German name. Würger? Marion Würger. How to become a better me. I think, dude, we've given you some good ideas already. Get that routine going, start feeling better about yourself. I did a thing today on Instagram stories where I said about taking those days to just kind of preen yourself and make yourself feel better, like wash your hair, condition it, moisturize, do all those things. I was thinking about it. So today I did a thing about I put like a hair mask on, and I put like an intensive hair mask treatment on my hair because I've got long hair now. And you want something to look good, you got to start fucking looking after it. You got to start making the goddamn effort. You don't just wake up and it looks great. I've got a beard, which means I've got hair on all over my head. So
got a hairy head.
To make it look nice, I have to do things to make it appear nice. So don't get me wrong, like I'll climb a tree and fall in mud. I'm happy about that, but I'm also going to come home and then condition my hair after I've cleaned the mud out of it, because I like to look nice, I like to feel nice. And this is a great segue actually. You will take supplements to make your body look better. Why would you not supplement your hair and skin routine to make your skin and hair look better as a bloke? Just because you think it's feminine? Fuck that, guys. Listen, get involved. Start looking after yourself. Start creating a morning and an evening routine for your hair and skincare, and it will make you feel better. So the question was, Lou, was how to become a better me. We discussed in one of the previous podcasts about creating little wins through the day. Mm-hmm. So that's where you basically create a list, and within that list, you put in simple little things like brush your teeth, have a shower, make your bed, all these little things you can tick off, and then in between them, you put a bigger goal. Yeah. And because you build those little things, you're more likely to hit that bigger goal because you're building that momentum.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a really great way of doing it. And then the better me thing is, hey, take those moments to look after yourself. The people say, "Why? I'm not going anywhere. It's lockdown."
Yeah.
You're still going to look at yourself in a mirror constantly through the day, looking at, especially social media, with taking pictures, looking at ourselves, whatever, more than ever. So why not make it something when you look at yourself, you don't go, "Oh God, I look shit."
Yeah. If you look good, you feel good.
It's
when you get
so
your
simple.
haircut and you feel great after
Yeah.
you've had your haircut because you're
Great
like,
example.
looking fucking sick. But you do have that like psychological. It might be subconscious, but there is that benefit to like looking good. So
It's
by
a little
making
win.
that small effort, yeah, it's a little win.
It's a little win.
I've got something that's massive because like the whole making a better me. That's something that I feel like there was a very there was a very specific point in my life where there was several better versions of myself. One of them was getting into a relationship with somebody who kind of pushes you to be better as an individual. That's one massive one for me. There was another one, which is as daft as it is, start reading or listening to audiobooks and get educated. And
You're huge with the audiobooks. I really feel like I need to start doing that.
It does not have to be fucking dull. There are so many great books. Tell me something that you are interested in, but you don't actually know that much about. And then type that in on fucking Audible and then listen to the book about it. Because chances are you'll find it really entertaining because you're already interested in it. And from that one, you'll probably get 4 or 5 other little things that you want to start looking into as well. And honestly, for me, that was transformational, like just investing in your own education.
I know you are, I mean, Lou's alter ego is Dyslexo. The superhero that is easily baffled by the written word. But do you feel it takes away, by listening to the audibles, makes you more lazy in terms of picking something up and reading it? Or do you think that's just more because of your dyslexia that you do that?
It makes me want to read more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I worry that if I listen to Audible books, that I will be lazy. I don't know why I'm saying that because I'm already lazy picking up books anyway.
Well, what's it matter? Like, what if you never?
I suppose information is information, isn't it?
Yeah. If you never read a book again, what does it matter?
It's the fact that I know
you still get the information.
Not reading, because the more you read, the faster you get at reading, and the better you get at reading, and actually it improves your actual linguistic skills.
Yes. Because
you're reading more words, you just tend to, you absorb more of the language.
I think reading helps with your writing and spelling and typing, but your linguistic skills can be improved just by having intelligent conversations with intelligent people that use words that you don't know what they mean, or listening to books.
So we're not helping each other at all.
No. Not at all. But, like, I think that it just depends, doesn't it? Like, for me, it makes me want to read more because I've been so opposed to reading. So I've bought books that I never would have bought before because I knew that they would have been... I would have never got through them. But I'll listen to an audiobook and then if it's really good, I'll get the physical book, reread it physically and highlight certain bits and like make notes in there because it's easy to then flip back
you're
through.
very good at that. That is something that you could add into your routine, and I think we should all be doing this, is reading more, listening more to information, making notes, writing
we
it down.
could get sponsored by Audible.
Oh,
they're doing everyone nowadays.
Bring it on, Audible.
Come on, Audible.
Yeah, come on. Give us some...
That's the goal.
Something.
We want a booze sponsor and an Audible sponsor.
And we'd be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, because we'd need the Audible because we'd be too drunk to read.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me some free credits. That's all I want.
Sponsor with, bad time. Okay. That's a cool one. Well, there's some little tips anyway. That's a good one. Okay. What? This is weird. The Troublemaker. What do you do for a living? Dude, you're watching it.
What do you do for a living?
Well, Mr. Lewis owns Black Country Barbell Gym.
Yeah, I own a gym.
The best gym in the world. Ever.
That's all right.
No, it's in the Guinness Book of Records if you look at it. I mean, we've stuck it in there with glue, it's still in there.
Well, so we were actually... So Gymshark rated us their 3rd favourite gym in the world, and we were in Men's Health magazine rated as one of the best gyms in the world.
It is a sick gym.
So we have... We are up there.
Come on, lockdown. Bugger off so I can get back there.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, I'm full-time online, content creation, Instagram, YouTube. It's a full-time...
Soon to be a TikTok dancer in the street.
You can get TikTok.
Singing and dancing in the street.
TikTok will be the fall down of humanity. We are creating dumber generation. You are all dumber for using TikTok.
I don't have it and I won't.
It makes me mad.
I probably will get it.
The only thing that actually redeems it is that you're getting a lot of comedians on there doing some fun stuff. And that's cool because that's sketches. I like that. That's like Vine in a little bit.
Yes.
But the dancing to music... Dude, I want to throw a grenade at you all.
I don't understand
Oh my
what some of
God.
it is. It's literally just people miming something
I
that's
don't
already
get,
been
don't,
said. I'm like,
yeah. But I see literally driving down the street and a group of three. It was girls, 3 girls, stood in a triangle shape, doing the most expressive dancing you've seen to the phone, as if that's normal and okay in the middle of the street in the daytime.
yeah.
It's not normal, not okay. Put your phone away. Go have a life. Stop it. No.
Yeah. Live in reality,
No.
not in fucking TikTok.
Anyway. Nando. This is a good one. Dylan Williams. Nando's orders. Okay, easy. Double pizza chicken with pineapple and cheese, and I'd get corn on the cob with a side salad.
So I can't remember what it is. It's the sharer wings. I'll just have all of the wings.
I win.
All the wings together.
That's it. That's all you get. The wings.
No, I'll have macho peas and the cheesy mash.
Okay. Let me let you in on a secret as to why my order wins.
Why?
Right. So the secret's in the double. The double chicken. Okay. So you got a double pita chicken with pineapple and cheese. You don't need both those chicken breasts in the pita. You can't even handle it. The pita's overwhelmed. You take out one of those chicken breasts. You put it in the side salad. You chop it up and put a little bit of balsamic on it.
That sounds good.
You got 2 meals in one, my friend.
Yeah, that does sound good.
You have a chicken pineapple pita with a side chicken balsamic salad.
Sometimes
Plus corn on the cob.
Sometimes I go for the whole chicken.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But come on.
Yeah, no, that is very
Decent
good.
order.
Yours is way better thought out than
Yeah,
mine is.
lot more
I'm
for
just
your
looks
money.
like what's.
Here you go.
I just tend to go for like what's a meal that's for like multiple people, and I'll have that.
Dragon Chest 84. Oh, I know
Dragon
Marty,
Chest.
dude. I know this dude. How do we send you stuff? Ooh, I don't know. I've had this question a few times
getting
because
a
of
PO
YouTube.
box?
I think I'm going to set up a PO box.
Just tell everyone your address.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just tell everyone your address.
Come sit in my bushes.
Yeah, come around. It's
Yes,
fine.
yeah. Just let me know what tea you want and I'll bring it out to you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to set
Socially
up a PO
distanced,
box.
obviously.
I'll set up a PO box and then people can send us stuff. Because I really want to help like smaller businesses promote their stuff as well. And if you've got a cool thing, I want to be able to show it. And I'll show it on my YouTube and the podcast. So if it's cool, if it's worthwhile. If it's a piece of crap, if you send me a piece of crap like...
If you send him literal pieces of
If you
crap,
send me literal pieces of poo, I probably would show that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like look, someone sent me
Look,
a
look, it's a
poo.
poo. Mr. Hanky. Yeah, so
send him a
I'll do my
poo.
best. I'll set up a PO box. I'll get that done. But it's expensive, dude.
Is it?
Yeah. More expensive than I expected.
Why don't you give him your neighbour's address? And
Oh.
then, and then oh, sorry.
It is genius.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh,
Dave,
so does a package come for me?
Dave, my favourite neighbour, prepare for packages. Okay. When is Lewis? Ooh.
Oh,
It's your girlfriend. How
Oh,
has
for
Em
fuck's
snuck
sake.
in there with all those questions she got in early?
what she said.
She said, when is Lewis going to understand that he is the best human being ever and should definitely keep his hair long?
That's so not what she said. She
So
said, when's Luke's going to cut his fucking hair?
That's exactly what she said.
God damn it.
Em, never.
See, I said something nice about you, Emma, earlier. I don't even think she's listened to any of these podcasts, so it's completely irrelevant.
If I have it my way, Emma, he will have it braided with little feathers in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Ask him where the rum is.
I've had a shave as well because she was fucking whinging because my facial hair was growing back. It wasn't a beard, but it was just getting there.
I like the beard. Em, come on. Give him the beard.
She ain't even going to listen
It's
to this.
lockdown. Let him...
She's had enough of listening to me in real life, let alone listening to me in her spare time.
I like the fact, though, she is using the medium of the podcast to get to you.
True, yeah.
Fair play.
She's getting at me from all different angles.
Fair play. Okay, next one. How long did it take you to grow the beard, and where do I sign to get one? Why are you guys so weird? Right, listen, I've been growing... I don't know, because I cut the beard all the
sign
time.
on the bottom of the check.
If I hadn't cut the beard, it would be down to my nipples by now. Like, it would be a huge monstrosity. I don't know. It takes you how long it takes you to grow a beard. Like, if you can grow a beard, it's your own hair rates. They're all different. I would say it takes you 6 months to grow a decent, shapeable beard.
Yeah, I think... So when I had mine, I'd say that mine was probably like...
To get it
4 or 5 months.
To get it cut in and shaped and all that jazz,
Yeah.
probably about 5 or 6 months is what you're looking at. Yeah. What's the most effective martial arts form in your opinion? Ooh, that's a good one. Do you know what? If you were to put everyone down like fight for fight, those American amateur wrestlers, because if they get hold of you,
like
Greco-Roman,
Greco-Roman.
if they get hold of you, you are fucked.
Yeah. I think that.
I think like athlete for athlete, they are some of the most savage human beings on the planet.
Yeah, it is fucking.
Look
brutal.
at Khabib.
Yeah.
Proof
Yeah.
in the pudding.
Yeah,
Savage.
That's like sambo wrestling. I think that grappling does. Like I like striking a lot, and I don't have much grappling experience other than a bit of BJJ. But I think that grappling does trump striking for the most part because it's impossible to stop someone closing the distance. And once they've got you, they've got you.
If you don't knock them out by the time they close that distance, you're done.
Yeah. So
it's savage.
Striking almost ends up being almost 2-dimensional when you compare it to grappling.
Yeah, I answered that one. Have you tried Buffalo Trace? So this is the whiskey we were talking about the other week. Buffalo Trace is a whiskey that is older than America.
Yeah,
like it's from the
that
17th.
Doesn't help though. It's only like 20 years old, right?
Yeah, so it's 13 years old. Apparently, it's from like 1700s. So if you can get hold of Buffalo Trace whiskey, you're literally drinking the whiskey cowboys would have come up with. That is just, I'm all in just because of that fact alone. So Buffalo Trace, no, I have not tried it. We will get it.
Yeah. To be fair, they had them at the place I was at today.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, we're all in. Tips for a broke, busy college student wanting to turn things around and get fit. Well, dude, you can get fit wherever you are. You can go running, you can do body weight, you can do Tabata training. Like, you don't need a gym to get fit. If you just want to get fit, dude, start doing some shadow boxing. If you can get hold of a bag, do some bag work. Do sprints, hit training. That should be your focus.
Yeah. You can bodyweight stuff, but like focus on tempo because you can make bodyweight extremely challenging.
Yeah, if you do a five count negative and a 3 count positive, good luck getting more than 12 reps. Good luck. If you're broke, get a job.
Yeah, get a job, you bum.
Yeah, you bum. Get a job. God damn it.
But I'm assuming
when I came into this country, I had my pants and a pipe, and that was it.
If it's getting in shape on a budget, and like I'm assuming it's going to be from the nutrition point of view, you can have some real. It's going to probably be a bit micronutrient deficient, but like you can get some real basic bro
Lunch
shit.
meats, basically.
Yeah, you can get some cheap shit, and you'll still
just
be able
supplement
to
with vitamins, and you'll be okay. You can get some pretty good vitamin values now.
Yeah, and like
bulk powders, ZipVit, all those MyProtein, the other cheap vitamins, multivits.
And veg isn't expensive at all.
No, buy frozen as well. Yeah. Buy frozen, lasts longer. It's actually better for you.
Yeah, so there's a lot of evidence that frozen veg is actually better than fresh veg.
Because it's flash frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen instantly.
Same with the fruit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. Basically, what happens is the antioxidants that you get in a lot of the fruits and stuff actually stay active when it's flash frozen, whereas fresh fruits actually degrade over time.
Yeah, because by the time you get that, it's fresh, but it was picked and then it was cleaned and then it was shipped and then it was put on. Yeah, so like you're getting this probably best case scenario a week later.
Yeah, 70% of it's what it was when it was picked.
Yeah. So when it's flash frozen,
buy
probably
frozen.
done that day.
What I used to do at uni, I used to get together with 2 other mates. We would go and buy boxes of frozen chicken breasts from the market, or we go to the markets and get all our like rice and carbs and fruit and meat, and we buy it in bulk together because it got cheaper. Yeah. And those guys at the markets will always do you a deal, especially if you go back every week. Let them know, make friends with the butcher. Yeah, he'll sort you out. He will.
He said butcher really weird then.
Did I?
Yeah, butcher.
Butcher.
Make friends with
your butcher. He will give he'll give you pig head for £3.50. Here is quick tip. Don't take pig head. Get a little bit happy on the old alcohol and try to drop kick it like rugby ball. Yes, it will break foot. I did this. It's bad time. we got 2 pig's heads for Halloween and put them in the part of our Halloween like flat kit out thing. We had like all the what was that real shitty film that was supposed to be? I've got Bewitched in my head. This is how my brain works. I've got Bewitched in my head, so it won't let me think of the actual film. Blair Witch. So we hung all the Blair Witch things in one room and had leaves all over the floor and everything. In the other room, we had like a red light and it was all like cobwebbed up, and then there were pigs' heads on one of the shelves, real pigs' heads, and we pumped fake blood into the tear ducts, so it looked like they were crying blood. Ooh. And people thought they were fake, and we're like, nah, £3.50 each. Yeah, but then tried to drop kick them later in the evening when we thought we were hard rugby men. Yeah, we cried. Yeah, bad times. Most underrated Guns N' Roses song. Ooh, most underrated Guns N' Roses song. That is a very good question. God, I love Guns N' Roses. I love all their songs equally, even the Spaghetti Incidents album, which should be forgotten for all time. Most underrated one. I'd say probably Mr. Brownstone. I don't think that's given enough credit. I love that song.
I don't think I've heard that.
Oh, great song. How's it going? Loud Sam, great. Cheers, mate. Much better than the other week.
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
Yeah. Cheese grater. Oh my God, good question. Jay Davies, Jay. Magic Eye Media, Jay.
Yes.
Yes, Welsh Jay. The hardest working man in Welsh
Jay is a
entertainment.
fucking savage.
Absolute savage.
He's
He runs
in great
on
shape.
3 hours sleep.
He's like
A week.
DJing, like fucking
3 hours
filming,
sleep. Yeah, a week.
PTing. He's like the busiest guy ever.
I think Jay is a zombie.
Yeah,
I think he is the Z World Zero patient.
yeah,
I think he died a long time ago.
yeah. It's just still,
He's just using a great fake tan.
yeah.
Jay, right? Cheese grater on your balls or knitting needle down your japs eye?
Cheese
Go.
grater to the balls.
Serious?
Yeah.
You would take a cheese grater to the balls over something down your japs eye?
Yes. I can't imagine that feeling, and I don't want to.
Cheese grater on
Yep,
the
that's
balls.
fine.
I'm going needle down the japs eye, as long as they're not perforating anything.
Oh, nope. No, thank
Jay,
you.
we need more information. How many grates on the balls, and is there lube involved?
And how far do you
in
get the
japs
How
eye
far
needle?
is the needle going?
Yeah. Right, we have 30 seconds left. Quick one. What will be your first non-gym outing once we are free of restrictions? Motorbikes. Riding my motorbike for many, many hours. Go.
I've got a track day with the Nissan GTR that I've been waiting on for about 2 years.
savage.
So yeah, GTR track day.
You lucky git. Right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. We will get some more of those questions answered in the next episode. Thank you for joining us. This has been the CREWCast, episode 5. We are adults. See you later.
Not really.
Oh, dear.